Now we move to the north of here, to Cluj in Romania, and Lala and Silviu will present a project that is set in a very similar location to where we are now. Silviu is an architect, but Lala is an anthropologist, so we continue that conversation of inviting different professionals to contribute to the discussion of the neighborhood community.
Hello, and it is really nice meeting all of you and being here in a very similar context, we think. And we will carry you in a journey in Cluj, in the biggest neighborhood of our city, Mănăștur. And just to sum up, we will try to draw a direction of our work from engaging and exploration first of a very large green area, then to how we extend our methodologies and work in a school, and also how we move on to a community center. So it will be a journey with more heads and directions, and we hope you will enjoy. About Cluj, what to say, 1 week ago we just failed the title of 2021 European Capital of Culture, and it's still a very rich city, very active, with many hundreds of festivals around, but especially in the center. And we have an issue with this, like also Bulgarian cases that we've heard. And this is also a picture with a festival that we also enjoy, but in the city center, Transylvania Film Festival. And we have to tell you also that we are a part of contemporary art community also, so we are based in Paintbrush Factory in another neighborhood, which is a 4th-floor 1960 building turned into a community and art center, and having also a rich diversity. But our work is in the opposite neighborhood, and I will let Silviu speak more.
So the neighborhood that we will talk about is called Mănăștur. It's 100,000 people, so it's a big part of the city. It's the 1/3 of the city, in fact. You can see it's very similar, maybe more dense, for sure it's more dense than Trachea. It's like a city inside the city, so the people who are living here, they arrive in the city center hardly for the festival that we showed before. It's very similar to Trachea. It's adapted, every corner of the apartment, it's adapted to the lifestyle of the owner. This is the area of our intervention 4 years ago. You can see that the public space is abandoned, but it's used. So more than 1,000 people are going through the area we intervene. It's called the playgrounds, because here there are some playgrounds and the people are playing sports there in the afternoon. But also it's very close to a wood, and there is this intention for the municipality, or it's a declaration, that in the future this area will be a park, but also is this menace to become a real estate area, because the area in fact is very a patchwork of private property and state-owned property. There is also a very interesting phenomena that we saw in the exhibition here. Also there is a communal gardening. This is a gardener next to our area, and the gardens in fact were the focus point of our intervention. So we started with a relation with the gardeners, because we think that the gardening is a very good point to start to build a community and to work with the groups in the community. It's also a metaphor, but also a way of work. You can see that This is the city center, and we are here with our intervention next to the woods. The paintbrush factory is actually somewhere here in the industrial part of the city, and the neighborhood actually has a tramway that goes in the industrial area through the center. This was a communist project of bringing the workers through the center in the industrial zone. But now this relation is broken because many of the factories are not working anymore, so Mănăștur people are living in Mănăștur in sort of an enclave. So we are trying to bring culture and work with the communities in the neighborhood. Another important thing is that this is a cinema, a former cinema, so the communists did a center of the neighborhood. This is like a former cinema that now it's renovated, and we are trying to work on that. You can see our intervention. We built 4 years ago, we built a stage. We built a garden in relation with the gardens that are here and are the existing garden that I talked about. And we also tried relations with the gardeners. You can see how the area looked before our intervention, and in the first year, this is architecture days, the garden. You can see here the stage. You can see here a table for cooking sessions, and you can see also the different furniture that Studio Bazaar worked on 4 years ago in the area.
And because we speak about people, and because we started also with the research about their needs of the community, and also how they envision the green area and what they would like to see and also to participate in, we started also with a series of tests, bringing the festival of the area. This year we had 4 editions of the Days of Mănăștur, bringing fanfare and a lot of cultural events that people never had in the neighborhood, and they were on the bus going to the center to see some of them. We built also places where people could meet and work together, like Silviu said, a garden, and also other smaller interventions, especially with young people, kids, and also their parents. We also extended our methodologies and also plants in the center, bringing some shades with the trees from Mănăștur to the center. We also organized the Day Animal Interaction Festival, bringing a lot of animals and also speaking about the natural potential of this area in our neighborhood, and especially that we have a lot of dog lovers and owners sharing this green space. So we made a lot of tests encouraging people to come first, also to express their needs, as I said, but also for us to encourage new local actors to take over the space. And also the connections that we mentioned earlier. You can see the green area called La Terenul at the playgrounds, translated. And also we are very close to the Cinema Dacia. It's just a small alley. And also we are also a few minutes walking from the school that we already started to work for 3 years ago, for 3 years. This is also the first part of our extension in the area, creating paths and bridges between us, the new generation, and also the older gardeners, making seeds exchange and also bringing a lot of local memory into the new generation's knowledge. And also we started planning a new participative park. Maybe Silviu can tell more.
So our extension that we started in the gardens, we tried to extend it more in the near area of our first intervention. our first year intervention. So the second year we tried to design and build a park together with the inhabitants. So we started by asking them what they want. This is a sketch from the kids. They wanted to be repaired playground there. This is our proposal for a bench in the area, because this area you can see it's very, it's not used, and you see that the grass is very big, so it's like a wasted area in the neighborhood. The green area that is very valuable, because as I said, the park is very dense and it's lacking green spaces. So this is a bench, and the bench is called Neighbors Arena, because actually it's a political, let's say, place where they can meet and debate, and they are facing one to each other, because usually the benches in the neighborhood, they are solitary benches, you don't meet anybody. So we try to bring this forward to make them meet and talk. This is all our proposals were put on the satellite map, and we made models. You can see these are the idea of the kids of repairing the swings, and we talked with them. This was actually a pretext, not a, let's say, project that we took it very, very seriously. It's like a pretext for the neighbors to talk to each other and to tell us what problems they have, seeing different situations on the map. This is the arena that was built. After 1 week or something like that, this is the church meeting. So church in the area came and had the, I don't know how to say it, liturgy outside. And you can see a very interesting detail, because these are some gypsies in the area that came and they started to talk with them. So this is one of the results of the arena that we expected, and we are very, let's say, proud that it is used in this way. This is also a festival that Lala talked about.
And then we met some groups of teenagers that they're already a part of our initiative, Teen Nation called, and they had an idea, why don't we invent our own festival and our own methodology of bringing more teenagers in the area, and they created Manhattan Sturfest from Manastur and Manhattan, of course. And they created also the concept that we liked, and also we developed more together with them, the idea of open stage. Everybody that has a talent can step up on the stage and show what they like and what they know. We came also, I come also from an association that is doing a lot of performative arts, and we didn't like the idea of a stage. And we came from the contemporary art inputs that wanted to erase the stage, but in the neighborhood we discovered these needs, expressing themselves, and also a lot of talents that no one knew, because they didn't have a common space to meet and to express. So the stage, we renovated it already for 3 years, and maybe we should mention that the town hall let us install this temporary stage only for 3 months, and now it's 4 years since we still repair it, but maybe next year we will renovate it more powerfully.
In the meantime, we have different projects, and from different projects we win at the playgrounds project other things, so we make like a deal with another project, and we have 2 containers. Now we have a new infrastructure that we can use, because we had a problem with the transport. It's a logistic problem that for working outside and without closing air, without a fence, it's very difficult, so we have to use transport. But now all the chairs or all the tools for the garden, we can deposit them inside the containers.
And while we're speaking, a festival is taking place there, and this was also our idea. Puppet Theater Festival, it's this weekend in the whole city, and they have chosen also our area to use the stage. So we just gave the key, There are benches, there is a generator, there are pillows, there are other tools that they can use, and this is the idea of who wants to share this space. It's theirs more than ours, which is, it was never ours, but we created it. Another point very important for us was the work in our school, and we had also a project called Give Color to Your School, in which we made a mental map of the neighborhood with the 6th and 7th grade pupils, and they painted this wall that you see in the way of showing also how discrimination appears and its faces in the neighborhood, and I think it was a strong bond in our work and in our strategy for the neighborhood. And another point in our map, you saw a triangle. It was the former cinema Dacia, which is officially opened by the town hall after a process of participative budget in Cluj. It was the first process in Romania, which our mayor decided to make in our neighborhood, so we were very proud. For us, it was sort of a failure process, because they had it already on their agenda, certain investment point, in which also Dacia Cinema was included. So the question to the communities in the debates were like, do you want for the cinema to be open? Of course, everybody said, yes, we want the cinema and we want a community center finally. And from there to that point also, we thought it's interesting to speak very short also about our relationship with the town hall, that it was more flexible using this still frozen juridically green space, but when we wanted also to be part of the public space of Cinema Dacia, we also saw some points in their strategy which didn't coincident with our way of seeing the community center, and we want to bring all these actors that we discovered and we encourage in the green area. We wanted to encourage them to occupy this space. But the town hall has other plans, and in time they renounced at the word community center, and now they call it just Cinema Dacia in Romanian. So we are still negotiating with them to push this into a community center. We barely had access in the space, and we had one day of our days of the neighborhood this year, bringing the school there, so again creating a connection in the neighborhood, and also more than this, facilitating these bridges between institutions. And also we organize workshops for teenagers with the Théâtre Nouvelle Génération from Lyon. Also what we will have next week, because the town hall promoted this space not as a community center but as a cinema, we said let's use the movies and then create and organize debates and workshops for the community. So we will have the first movie next week, and a series of documentaries called People, Cities and Environment. And we want again to talk on certain issues that are very important, like the garbage waste in the city, and a lot of issues that are important.
Exporting the methodology, this is a work that we did with architecture students in Cluj for another abandoned park. We have a lot of abandoned parks in Cluj, as you can see. And this is a bridge linking the neighborhood that is near with the abandoned park. This is another big project that is happening in Cluj, and it's very interesting. We want to be part of it, to export our knowledge that we gain in Mănăștur with other initiatives also. So we are very eager to act not just very, very locally, but let's say at the level of the city, also with other initiatives. I think this is very important, and the discussion about these tiny experiments actually is about the network that they create. And if we are not solidary, then the failure is very, very probable. This is another project that we say, let's say we exported the methodologies in Krasnoyarsk, Siberia. We just came from there because we have a network, it's called Actors of Urban Change. Maybe you heard about it. It's organized by Mythos and Robert Bosch Foundation. And this is of Recycle Art Festival they organized there, and this is our way of intervening in a park. This is a Malevich painting at an urban scale, and some of the abstract forms that Malevich envisioned is actually some urban furniture that we made it out of recycled materials. So the people can move them and make the abstract more participative, let's say. Another important, let's say, agenda, it's the protests that are taking place in our city. This is a protest against the extension of a road in the center of the city on the banks of the river. So we protested against this extension because this center of the city with the river is a very interesting relation that will be destroyed if the project is done. So we are succeeded, and we are very proud of this, together with other initiatives to stop this. And
because we start exploring the area, we also arrived at the petition point in our strategy, because we had electoral campaigns in this June, and we also created a movie to attract people to sign the petition for this area to be transformed by the town hall and bought back, and to be transformed into a park, but a park that will be a civic, private, public partnership from our point of view. And these are some images from the 4th edition of our festival, and also inviting people to sign the petition. So activists, artists, you will see a mother from the neighborhood, my dog there, all inviting people to mobilize and not to expect more events and create other playful spaces in the area, but also reclaim this area for good. Maybe we can put This is the mother that is very active in our area, and she recently opened her own association for non-formal education. And this is our area a few months ago.
Așa că vă rog frumos, semnați petiția.
We had also some Japanese guests this spring with workshops. And maybe we spoke more in the debate part. Thank you.